What if I told you the very thing you're doing to protect your life is the very thing destroying it? What if your constant worrying, the endless thoughts, the late-night fears, the plans, the overthinking, what if all of that is the reason your life feels stuck? Let's be honest. How much of your life have you spent worrying? Think about it. How many days did you lose in your head while life outside kept moving forward? How many nights did you lie awake, replaying problems that never even happened? How many times did your mind whisper, what if this goes wrong? What if I fail? What if they leave? And how many times did you listen, thinking you were being smart, being prepared, when really you were just trapping yourself in a prison with no doors? We all do it. We confuse worrying with preparation. We think if we stress enough, if we imagine all the bad outcomes, maybe we'll be safe. Maybe life won't hurt us. But here's the truth no one told you. Worry is not protection. Worry is poison, and most people are drinking it every single day. Science proves this. Psychology confirms it. But still, we keep doing it. Because worrying feels like control. It feels like we're doing something. But in reality, worry gives you zero control over life's storms. It just steals your peace before the storm even arrives. Here's the secret most people miss. Life doesn't reward your worry. Life rewards your surrender. The moment you stop gripping everything so tightly, the moment you stop trying to predict and control every little thing, that's when life finally starts flowing your way. But letting go is scary, isn't it? Because your brain tells you, if I stop worrying, everything will fall apart. If I stop overthinking, I'll make a mistake. If I stop controlling, I'll lose everything. But let me ask you this. Has worrying ever really saved you from pain? Has stressing over the future ever stopped life's surprises from happening? No, it never has. But it has robbed you of peace, robbed you of sleep, robbed you of happiness. In this video, I'm going to show you why worrying is not only useless but dangerous. I'll break down what happens inside your mind and body when you're stuck in fear. I'll show you why the most powerful people, the most peaceful people, the most successful people, all have one secret in common. They don't waste their energy worrying about what they cannot control. They master their mind and life begins to flow in their favor. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll learn how to break free from the invisible chains of fear. You'll learn the mental shift that flips your life from chaos to calm, from resistance to flow. And I'll reveal a simple mindset you can start using today that turns your biggest struggles into your greatest opportunities. But listen, if you skip this message halfway, your brain will pull you right back into old habits, right back into overthinking, right back into the same patterns you've been stuck in for years. So give yourself this moment. Stay here. This might be the most important message you hear all week, maybe all year, because your life is waiting on the other side of your fear. And the only thing standing in the way is the story you keep telling yourself about what could go wrong. Welcome to Elevate Every Day. If you find this message already speaking to something deep inside you, hit the subscribe button, because we share the hidden truths that help you unlock your mind and transform your life. Let's begin. Why worry feels like control, but it's not. Have you ever felt that if you stop worrying, everything will fall apart? Like your problems will suddenly explode the moment you relax. It's a strange feeling, right? Deep down you know worrying doesn't fix anything, but somehow it feels like if you don't worry, you're giving up control. This is the hidden trick of the mind. The subconscious mind is wired to protect you, and sometimes it thinks protection means imagining the worst. It says if I worry about this enough, maybe I can stop it from happening. But here's the truth no one taught us. Worrying is not protection. Worrying is not prevention. Worrying is just fear, wearing a mask of control. Think of it like this. You're driving a car called life, but fear is sitting in the passenger seat, whispering in your ear. It keeps saying, watch out. What if you crash? What if the road ends? What if you take a wrong turn? And slowly, without noticing, you hand fear the steering wheel. Now fear is driving. You still think you're in control, but you're not. You're just reacting to your thoughts. You're gripping the wheel tighter, but going nowhere. This is why life feels stuck. Because when your mind is trapped in fear, life doesn't flow. Opportunities pass you by. Peace slips through your fingers. Wealth and abundance stop knocking on your door because your door is shut tight, locked by worry. And the saddest part, you don't even notice it's happening. You think you're being smart. You think you're being prepared. But in reality, you're blocking your own blessings. You weren't born to be stuck in fear. You weren't created to live in survival mode. You were designed for freedom, for peace, for joy, for success. But you cannot access those things while fear is running the show. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of worry, you harvest stress. But if you plant seeds of faith, calm, and trust, you harvest abundance. And this is where life starts to shift. The moment you stop, life begins. The moment you stop gripping everything so tightly, something powerful happens. The noise inside your mind begins to quiet. The tension in your chest starts to fade. And finally, for the first time in a long time, you can breathe. You realize something beautiful. You were never meant to control everything. The sun rises without your permission. The tides flow without your effort. The seasons change without your stress. And your life, your success, your peace,
They are meant to flow the same way, but when you hold on too tight, when you overthink, overplan, overworry, you choke the life out of your own destiny. Peace, love, wealth, success, they are like birds. They land softly in your hands when your palms are open, but the moment you close your fist to trap them, they fly away. This is the emotional shift that changes everything. When you release the grip of fear, your life breathes again, your mind stops spinning, your heart stops racing, you feel light, and suddenly things start working without force. This is when the universe finally gets a chance to help you. When you let go, life steps in. When you trust, abundance flows. When you stop trying to control every outcome, you start creating space for overnight success. But this is where most people struggle. Letting go feels like giving up. It feels like weakness. But in truth, it is strength. It's the strength to say I will do my best and trust the rest. It's the power to live in peace, even when the outcome is uncertain. And here's what happens next. When your mind is calm, your decisions are clearer. When your heart is light, your energy is stronger. When your focus is on the present, the future takes care of itself. That's when life begins. Not when you stress more, but when you stop suffocating your dreams with fear. Success isn't about forcing things, it's about flowing with life. It's about trusting that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. The master secret: let go to gain. Now here's what they don't tell you in books, in schools, or in most success seminars. The real secret, the hidden master secret of success, peace and power, is this: letting go is not loss. Letting go is gain. When you release fear, you gain clarity. When you release control, you gain freedom. When you release stress, you gain energy. When you release doubt, you gain confidence. It's the opposite of what we're taught. Society says hold on tighter, work harder, worry more. But the subconscious universe responds to something different. It responds to trust. It responds to flow. It responds to faith over fear. Think about a river. When a dam blocks the water, everything behind it builds up. Pressure grows. Tension rises. The water stagnates. But the moment the dam breaks, the water flows freely. The river comes alive again. Your life works the same way. Your wealth, your love, your abundance, your peace, they are waiting behind the dam of your fear. Break the dam. Let the water flow. Stop blocking your blessings. Letting go is how you rise above chaos. It's how you move from stuck to unstoppable, from scarcity to abundance, from fear to power. But it's scary, because it feels like you're losing control. But the truth is, you were never in control of life. You were only ever in control of your response to it. And when your response is peace, life opens doors you never imagined. Opportunities appear from nowhere. Solutions rise from problems. Love fills the places where fear used to live. This is how overnight success happens. It's not always by working harder. Sometimes it's by thinking clearer, acting calmer, living lighter. Because success is not found in panic. It's found in peace. Abundance is not created in fear. It's created in flow. And when your mind lets go, your whole life levels up. So pause and ask yourself, what am I gripping too tightly right now? What fear am I holding on to that is blocking my flow? What would happen if I released it, even for a day? Maybe your wealth is already waiting. Maybe your peace is closer than you think. Maybe your overnight success is on the other side of this fear. But you'll never know until you let go. And this is where the real journey begins. Inner conflict. But what if I stop caring? This is where the struggle begins inside. Right here, inside your mind there's a voice asking, but if I stop worrying, won't everything fall apart? If I stop caring so much, won't I lose what matters? And that voice feels so real, so loud. It feels like the only way to keep life in control is to keep worrying about it. But let me tell you something the world forgot to teach us. Worrying and caring are not the same thing. You can care deeply, without drowning in fear. You can love your dreams, your family, your goals, and still live in peace, not panic. In fact, when you stop worrying, you start showing up with clarity. Your mind clears, your actions sharpen, your focus returns. Worry doesn't make you work better. It makes you freeze. It paralyzes your choices. It clouds your judgment. It fills your head with noise, so you can't hear your own intuition. But when you let go of fear, something changes. You move from panic to power, from noise to clarity, from tension to flow. That's when you start making moves that matter. That's when your life finally begins to reflect the wealth and abundance you always dreamed of. Think about this. All the overnight success stories you hear, the people who made it big, who found love, who discovered peace, they didn't do it by worrying. They did it by showing up clear-minded, focused, and calm. Not perfect, but present. Because the subconscious mind works best in calm, not chaos. Your best ideas, your sharpest instincts, your most creative solutions, they all come when you stop drowning them in fear. So ask yourself, when was the last time worry helped you solve anything? When was the last time fear made your life better? The answer is almost never. But clarity, calm action, they move mountains. They open doors. They build wealth, peace, success. Life responds to the energy you give. Here's something powerful to remember. Life doesn't respond to your fear. It responds to your focus. The universe doesn't answer panic. It answers purpose. When you're consumed by fear, your energy leaks everywhere. You wake up tired, you work scattered, you live anxious. You attract problems because your mind is focused on them. But shift your energy, shift your attention, and everything starts to change. This is the hidden secret of all great success stories. They didn't fight life, they flowed with it. Energy flows where attention goes. And if your attention is stuck in fear, that's where your energy gets trapped. You starve your own growth. You block your own abundance. But when you place your focus on peace, on purpose, on progress, your energy multiplies. You feel lighter, stronger, clearer. This is not magic. It's mindset. It's the subconscious alignment that turns struggle into success. When you live calm, life works better. Opportunities find you. Ideas flow effortlessly. People notice your energy shift without you saying a word, because your vibration
vibration speaks louder than your voice. Let me tell you this, the energy you send into the world is the energy that returns to you. If you send out fear, life mirrors it back. If you send out calm, confidence, and focus, life responds with ease, clarity, and success. Your wealth, your peace, your abundance, your overnight success, they are all energy first, results second. So start within, quiet the fear, feed the focus, and watch your outer world reflect your inner peace. Final push, choose power, not fear. Right now, in this exact moment, you stand at a fork in the road. Two choices, simple but life-changing. Choice 1, keep feeding your fears, keep running in circles, keep holding on to stress, like a badge of honor. Or, choice 2, let go, breathe, step back, and finally, free yourself. This is where your real power lives. Not in struggle, not in endless thought, but in presence. Every day your mind tells you, worry more, do more, fix everything. But what if you just paused and asked yourself, is this fear helping me or holding me hostage? Because most of the time it's the second one. Fear holds you prisoner. Fear makes you feel small. Fear keeps your dreams locked in a cage. But courage says, I don't need all the answers today. I'll take the next step anyway. Power says, I trust life, I trust myself, I trust the process. This is where life begins to work. Not when you figure out every single problem, but when you finally trust yourself enough to stop fighting everything. Your dreams of wealth, love, abundance, they're not on the other side of worry. They're on the other side of peace, but you must choose, because no one else can choose for you. Will you keep feeding your fears today, or will you free yourself from them? Most people never ask this question. They stay stuck because fear feels familiar, but familiar doesn't mean right. Right now you have the power to shift everything. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a perfect life. You just need a new focus, because what you focus on, if you focus on fear, it grows. If you focus on peace, it grows. If you focus on abundance, wealth, love, they grow. And this is where overnight success is born. Not in 1,000 stressed hours, but in one calm, clear decision. That's the power of the subconscious mind. It listens to the energy you feed it. Feed it fear, and it will find more fear. Feed it faith, and it will find more doors. So ask yourself again right now, what am I feeding my life today? Worry or clarity? Fear or peace? The choice is yours. And here's the quiet truth hiding in plain sight. When you stop worrying, that's the exact moment life starts working. Not before, not someday, right now, because life responds the second you let go. The second you release the grip, it starts flowing. The second you step back in calm, it steps forward with blessings. You don't have to force this, you just have to allow it. And in that space of allowance, in that calm surrender, everything you've been chasing finally finds you. So now the question is simple. Will you let go? Will you free yourself from the weight you were never meant to carry? Master this. Let go today. Watch your life finally begin to flow. Because your peace, your abundance, your success, they're waiting for you to stop chasing and start allowing. You were never meant to carry this weight forever. You were meant to rise. If this message spoke to you today, do one powerful thing. Like this video to remind your subconscious mind that you are choosing peace. Comment below, I choose peace over fear. Let the world know what you're letting go of today. And subscribe to Elevate every day for more hidden truths to unlock your mind. Build your peace and create a life of unstoppable abundance. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away.